Hello and welcome back to Fate's Day Night. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we spent one last night with Saber alone. Yes, we were sleeping together as we got intimate, but that stuff doesn't really matter. Okay, maybe it does, but the next day we get up and we're like, we gotta get more information. So we go to the church to talk to Kirei just to find out, oh, he's not there. Ooh, God, we're getting a really bad feeling about this. There's something in the basement. Should I go check it out? Nah, let's not. So we go home and Saber is like, hey, what? Don't go outside alone. And later on we get like a doorbell ring and then we find out, oh, Kirei's come to us instead. But Saber's like, holy crap, you're the person that Kiritsugu killed. We're like, wait, what the fuck? Later on we talk to him alone and then he kind of basically murks us. Tells us that Lancer is his servant as he's keeping Saber busy. And yeah, he's the last master. So yeah, we're boned. And the another ending, we basically go down the basement and we find out that Kirei has been keeping the survivors from the fire and just basically well, they're orphans and he's been siphoning out magical energy from them to keep someone alive. And Saber comes to our rescue, encounters Lancer. We're kind of at a standoff. Currently, Kirei is like, ooh, okay, so you have a choice. I can give you the Grail. What do you wish for? Do you wish to undo the mistakes of the past, that fire? And Shirou was like, no. Maybe kind of in a way to convince Saber that her decision is wrong too. I'm not sure, but you might be seeing, what is that? Interlude Saber to the church, skip scene. Well, basically, there is a bad end depending on how many Saber points you have. As you can tell in the as you go through the game, you get points for different characters, and there is a bad end for getting like 0, or here according to the guide it's less than 6. So I proceeded to make every choice that, you know, does not give us points with Saber. So let's see how this turns out. I basically went through the game. It took like maybe like 10 minutes. It wasn't that long since all of it were choices. I didn't actually get, you'll see, but I just had to skip a whole bunch of scenes and I am not sure where this is. It hurts. Oh! I didn't even realize that was the last event before that. Wow. Can I skip this? No. Oh, I can. I can still skip this. Okay, yeah, so we're skipping some stuff, but we can't skip all of this because later on, apparently, it'll probably lead into a bad end. I'm kind of surprised they didn't let me skip this event. Or maybe I clicked something wrong, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Actually, wait a second. No, never mind. I've still managed to get right here. So right now we are in the church basement quiet tiers. All right. This is actually before the choice, so I didn't even notice. So I've made, as I mentioned this before, this is before the choice is actually made, or the bad end. But I fast forwarded to the point where we're here. But currently, in our current timeline, we're supposed to get a bad end. But let's continue on. Tears sting my cheeks. Oh, I thought he was gonna say more. Why is the miracle of wanting ordinary happiness too much to ask for? So he claims, but I can't agree. Even if I could change the past, I shouldn't. I can't. If I do, everything becomes a lie. Every tear, all that agony, the memory of what was, even that cold reality, wretched as it is in my heart. Everyone who died screaming in agony, everyone who risked their lives to help another, everyone who mourned the fallen. If I were to just make it as though none of that happened, where would all of that go? What would I be doing to them? The dead wouldn't return. Reality can't be overturned. To continue onward, bearing the weight of all that pain, isn't that the very mark that proves something was once there once? Everyone dies eventually, and sorrow fills the void they leave behind. But pain isn't the only thing left behind. It's the suffering that makes the goodness shine all the brighter. Those deaths, they shaped me. The memories of Kiritsugu protect me. And all those memories form the path that eventually intertwine with others. Even though all of that will eventually be forgotten. I feel like this is a common ideology when it, that appears in pieces of fiction that involves having the ability to change the past, because people who don't want that basically are saying like who I am now is the result of my actions and everything that's happened to me. If I erase that, then I am no longer myself. Same thing with all the other people. It kind of brings up the questions like, is you in another timeline also you, or is it like someone else? So like, yeah, because if you think it's the same person, then it's like, oh, you're changing yourself. But if it's not, then like nothing actually changes for you personally. I see. Then, alright, time to shish kebab you.
聖杯なんていらない。俺は置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることなんてできない。
I speak firmly, even from the depths of this torment. Willing myself to hold on to this conscious thought, I force myself to remain upright. And then, it is then I realize I can't hear the voices. They're not echoing my head anymore. I wonder what they thought of my answer. Though whatever they may have thought, I think it's sad that they seem to accept it without any resentment. That is, the answer her master arrived at. Ooh, third person now. Her anger dissolves. All she can do is stare at her master, her words dying on her lips.
今までの自分が間違ってなかったって信じている。
Despite his maimed body, as he struggles to even breathe, as he sheds the tears of one so horribly grieved.
置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることなんてできない。
How this is gonna affect Saber is saying that like, sure you regret your actions, but if you undo everything, then you're undoing every other person's actions too. What defines them? Every knight, every person that you protected basically don't exist anymore because you're gonna undo it. Apologizing to those he must climb over, but unwavering in his chosen path. Her vision wavers, her breath quivers. She knows his history. Just as he saw visions of her past, so she saw his. She was certain he would agree. No, she thought he had to. She meant to say, "It's not your fault," but the words die on her lips. If only he could hear it, she wanted to tell him that he should not have to carry that weight. But he denies even that. No matter how tragic the past, one cannot undo it. Her legs nearly give out beneath her. Her words are a greater weight than even she can bear. To swear an oath and single-mindedly devote everything to carrying it out. She believed they were similar. How conceited. That was her great mistake. They were nothing alike. His resolve was so strong. And she, who could not even believe his words, was weak. Damn. The priest releases the boy. He steps over the youth with a sneer, as if he's lost interest.
ではお前はどうだ、セイバー。小僧は聖杯などいらぬという。だがお前は違うのではないか。お前の目的は聖杯による世界の救済だ。よもや英霊であるお前まで小僧のようにエゴはかざすまい。
Oh god, Shirou's changed Saber. She's not gonna think the same anymore. I feel like with that, I can finally, like now that Shirou's actually said out, properly explained his thoughts that way, I can kind of see his POV a lot better. Because before it was just stubborn, I could understand him wanting Saber to basically have what she deserves. She deserves like a peaceful life, a happy one, because she spent basically her life devoted to her people. But that wasn't just that, it was also this, which this actually hits, like strikes a chord with Saber a lot more. I do like the fact that they're using this song. I wonder if this is in the original, because this is the instrumental version of the 2006 Dean anime opening. Honestly, that opening might have been from the original visual novel. I don't know since I didn't read the original. And the opening for this visual novel was redone, and it was by who was it by again? I think it was Aimer. I don't think it was from Aimer. I forgot who it was, but yeah, you know what I mean. She feels her sense of reason is being imperiled. The priest says he will give her the Grail. He will give her what she desires, her wish granted. She has no reason to refuse. That is the miracle she's been fighting for. It's the very reason she became a servant. What Shirou said has no bearing on her own concerns. To obtain the Holy Grail, she, Saber, the hero of the sword.
では交換条件だ。セイバー。斧が目的のため、その手で自らのマスターを殺せ。
Ooh.
その暁には聖杯を与えよう。
Well, you just checkmated yourself because I don't think that's happening. I decided I would do anything for it. His words blindsided her. She doesn't even know what to think. The priest's words, while easy to understand, are anathema to everything she believes in and stands for. She said she was willing to do everything. Anything.
今の小僧ならば、死んだということにも気がつかないうちに殺せるぞ。
And she was wrong.
第一、もはや助からない命だ。ここでお前が引導を渡してやるのも情けではないかな。
The priest steps aside. Before her stands a door leading to the crypt and to her master. She steps into the damp room, past the priest. She can't help herself. It's as if she stepped into the depths of hell. He was made to suffer in this place, to witness his own darkness, but he refused the salvation he was offered. She grips her sword. He lays at her feet, breathing raggedly. It would be the end of a long long journey. The Holy Grail is right there. I can almost taste it. The Holy Grail she desires in exchange for her life. I mean, you know he's not gonna give it to her. He's too sus. All she must do is swing her sword, but one final time. A master and a servant are united only until they obtain the Grail. She could end it right here. No one can blame her for this. She blankly looks down at the thing at her feet. Her fingers have no sensation. She's not sure what she's touching. Oh, is this... Oh. And this is where the bad end comes. This is what happens if you don't get enough Saber points. I was like, aha, that's not gonna happen. Oh crap, I forgot I was on the path to the bad end. Part of me wonders what would happen if I just didn't tell anyone that I did this. That would have been really funny. But it's too late. Anyways, yeah, so now we're on the path to the bad end. Her fingers have no sensation. She's not sure what she's touching. But there's only one reality she recognizes. The boy who was her master ended his own life while trying to protect her. He killed him. Oh, what? He killed himself? She only thought of it. For just a brief moment, she sought the Holy Grail, but that desire faded almost instantly, and she prioritizes the boy's life above all else. That instant was just enough time for evil to sink in. Just thinking about it was enough. Because you haven't filled her life with love, she was like, you know what? I don't know. The Holy Grail? Oh god, she's dead. Her heart, long fatigued and worn out, was defeated in a moment of weakness that lasted no longer than a blink of an eye. She reaches towards her master. He isn't breathing. The young girl looks so much less noble holding the boy's corpse.
よくやったセイバー。その慟哭、聖杯を受け取るにふさわしい。
The voice echoes in the darkness. As if responding to the call of Nirvana, she accepts the Holy Grail in a daze. Wow, he actually gave it to her? Dead end. I am very curious about this dead end, because it takes a lot of work to get to this. Tiger Dojo, yes, let's go. Bunk. O's.
迷える子羊に反省を促す楽屋落ちコーナー、タイガー道場である。道場もなんと13回目。
Oh, 13.
そろそろこのコーナーが何の意味もないということに気づいてきた方も多いと思われる。
Why did you not get any points for Saber? She's so cute.
このところどうなのよ、私いちご。
では率直に意見するであります。ズバリ無意味です。なんか突然死ばっかりで単に選択肢を戻れば済むだけの問題。
Oh, she's like, wait, actually, you're gonna have to do a lot more work than that.
正直者が憎すぎる。そんな出まかせ嘘広告紛らわしい。
I had no choices.
だ。この道場はそんな簡単なもんじゃないもんね。見なさい。その証拠に今回は念願の
たして恋愛ゲームの大王道、選択肢とは関係なしのバッドルート。
From the beginning?
ポイントでも足りなければ初めからやり直しという。
Oh!
そう、誰もが嫌がるドキドキシステム。あの好感度チェックによるバッドルートなのである。
This was a dating sim all along!
これでようやくまともなアドバイスができるわね、タイガ。
こんらこんら。それじゃあ早速素振り開始。弟子1号、今回のバッドエンドの原因は何？
セイバーの好感度が一定値に達していなかったため、シローがセイバーに見限られたからであります。
アドバイスは以下の3点。1つ、12日目からはどんな選択肢を選ぼうとセイバーに好感度はプラスされない。
Oh, day 12. Can I look at the flowchart? Yeah, alright, so what was the last Saber affection day? So there were none on this day. So yeah, they were all. Last one was this one where you can choose to talk to her after sleeping with her. I mean, mana transferring with her. Yeah.
やり直すならもっと前からやり直せ。
うわー、何それ。それなら12日目の時点でバッドエンドさせとけばいいのに。構造的欠陥。
Wow.
つまんないとは思うけど、選択は常にセーバーを基本に置くこと。東坂さんとの両天秤はこのエンドに直行よ。
You want to treat Tosaka like a queen? Well, you're fucking dead.
リンは本当にお邪魔キャラだったのね。リンと仲良くなりたかったらまずセイバールートをクリアしなくちゃダメってことね。
Yeah.
3つ、普通にやってれば好感度条件は満たされているはずである。どうせやり直すなら7日目あたりからやり直すが吉。
Wow, she's like day 7.
最短なら8日目で条件クリアよ。
Oh wow, that's actually really kind of them to be like, yeah, here's how you save time.
でも8日目のお昼は外に出ると私にあり。
Fuck you, I'm not gonna see you, I need to go see Saber.
プラス1されるけど、まともにやっていけばそこの好感度はいらないかな。
以上である。ああ、なんかすっごく気持ちいい。ようやく自分の存在意義を果たせたよ。
そうね、ようやく胸が張れるよ。
We can now stand proud, you were strong.
けどタイガ、大抵の人はセイバー好感度条件をクリアしてるのよね。
ええ、シローはセーバーちゃんをないがしろにするような子じゃないもの。
Wait, most people clear it? What are you guys doing here
普
then?
通ならこんな結末は迎えないわ。
タイガ、言いにくいんだけど、そんなにレアならこの道場に来る人ってすっごく少ないってことにならない？
あ、大丈夫よきっと。そのためのスキップ機能、そのためのタイガースタンプだもん。
Yeah, the skip function was very helpful.
みんな死に物狂いで変なプレイしてこの道場にたどり着いてくれ
Don't
ない
worry,
よ。
Tiger. I was here for you.
その頃にはみんなこんな変な条件のバッドエンドを憎んでるわ。つまりみんなに喜ばれようとしたタイガの道場はコンプリートにおいて
Yo, stop calling me out.
プレイヤーを苦しめるものになってるの。
アイデンティティクライシス。
もうバカ、爆発落ちなんてさ。
Identity crisis. Okay. All right. I've loaded back a previous save, but because we've gone through this, I can skip part of it. Wait, what? Discord? Discord? I guess I can skip Discord.
どうした？何をためら？聖杯と引き換えなのだぞ。
Oh, so this is the part. The line before this would probably just be like Saber considering it, but now she's hesitating. The priest's words ring true. For her to hesitate now would be the height of hypocrisy. Even still.
その道が今までの自分が間違ってなかったって信じている。
His words refuse to leave her mind.
私は
Though it disgusts her, she knows she's nothing like Shirou. She wants to upend everything. That day, so long ago, there must have been someone who would have drawn the sword from the stone and been a better king. There must have been someone who could have built a true utopia. The heart that loved her nation so dearly, and the young woman's doubt before she took the sword. On that day, She tried to fully and forever abandon her heart the day she drew the sword. How did she not realize this before?
置き去りにしてきた者のためにも自分をあげることは
To her, that is the girl who loved her country, the girl named Altria before she was crowned. That was not a kingly heart. A king could only believe in themselves. To deny that would be to deny everything she gave up. What's lost cannot be returned. Her master insisted on this, even as he suffered. His pained expression alone makes her heart ache. What was it that she had said? She could not start over. It was her duty as a king, so she refused over and over. What duty? To resurrect her lost nation? To select a more capable king? Or is it to wish for all the death and destruction to have never happened to begin with?
それは違う。
That was a mistake. She was raised to be a king. That's how she lived. In that, there was no flaw. But if that led to ruination, why could she not accept it? She had no regrets. She could take the pride in the way she lived her life, wishing for another chance that was pointless waste.
そういうことなのですね。シロ。
And so his anguished cries finally reached her heart. All the tears, all the pain, even her broken heart. Salvation could come from destroying all of it. But if it was undone, what happened to everything swept aside in the undoing? I have stolen much from many, even their lives. All that pain and regret is mine to bear. It belongs to me. If I were to wish for a chance at something, it should be for a miracle in the here and now, not to upend the past. Each of the countless paths not taken before cannot be taken by sacrificing this one. Instead, I should forge ahead and work to fulfill what hopes have yet to come true even to this day. If she is nationless, if she is nationless and uncrowned now, perhaps her wish should be for herself. No, she could not make a wish like that either. She chose to take up the crown. She never suffered for that decision, not once. Even if no one ever understood or accepted her, that choice itself was her pride and joy. At the very least, she truly believed that when she drew the sword from the stone, that is her answer. Just as he found something to stand by, so too has she. She pledged once, so long ago, something she swore to herself, she would fight, even if she loses everything, even if everyone in the world hates her.
私は愚かだった。
Baka mitai. It was an oath from a king, a promise to fight against all odds. And so the king protected her country, but the country did not protect the king. And so it was. The ending may have been tragic, but if she is no longer ashamed of the path that led there,
求める必要などなかった。
she fulfilled her duty as king. It led to ruin, but she saw everything through to the end. There need be nothing else. Of course, I did not want everything. The only thing I ever wanted from the start, I did until the very end, even if it meant losing so much along the way. I'll keep this unobtainable dream deep within my heart, and it may now end.
聖杯は欲しい。けれど、シロは殺せない。
I'll take both, excuse me. She turns her sword on her enemy.
なんだと。
わからぬかゲロウ。そのようなものより、私はシロが欲しいと言ったのだ。
Yeah! And that is why my role is set. I will be his sword. I will shield him from danger. All hesitation leaves her.
聖杯はいらぬという。
No, I still want it.
聖杯が私を汚すものならばいらない。私が欲しかったものは、もうすべて揃っていたのだから。
Yes, she has everything she needs with her now. Her pride as a knight, her promise as a king, even the precious dream that young girl once held. Oh, music change. Those words I do hear. The girl who professed that her only goal was claiming the Holy Grail now says that she has no need of such a thing. Oh my god, does this room get darker or is it just my vision? I call out to her as loudly as I can between the ragged breaths. My vision still hasn't cleared, but I can still make out her presence. Come on, healing factor, work your magic, please. The pain is fading. My wound, which wouldn't close, begins to heal. Is it because she's close? Oh man, Lancer's like, yeah, my lance, the gay bull, can cause wounds that won't heal. Oh wait, is he healing? Wait, did Saber heal from that? Wait, how did he? I'm just imagining him freaking out in the corner.
立てますか、シロ。動けるのなら私の手に触れてください。
I take her hand. Whoa! My vision returns. My head, so fuzzy from blood loss, rapidly regains focus. Healing factor!
セイバ、これは。
はい。いかにゲイボルクの呪いといえど、今のシロには通じません。私のそばにいてくれれば、じき感知するでしょう。
She says, stay close to me, and I just imagine Shirou just glomping Saber. It's like, alright!
それより、今は。
Lancer's still here. Saber turns her gaze back to the underground sanctuary. Beyond that door, the last master, Kirei Kotomine, stands at the threshold to the room. Beyond him is Lancer. He's like, yeah, I gotta get my fight.
そうか。
He looks at us strangely, as if seeing us for the first time. I do kind of wish that like we got to see a little bit more in the other ending, because like in that ending, Saber finally got the Grail, and we kind of wish we could have seen what happened to her. Whoa, that was a little bit weird. Like, he looks at us strangely. Okay.
お前たちはすまない。
You bore me. The disappointment in his voice is palpable.
これではやはり聖杯は私が預かるしかない。
You guys said it. Neither of you want it. It's mine then.
だがそうなると少々手荒い話になる。私の望みを叶えるのであれば聖杯は完全でなければならない。エミヤシロ、悪いがお前たちにはここで死んでもらわなくてはならなくなった。
I try my best to brace myself, but my body still won't listen. Even with Saber's hand in mine, it's all I can do just to stand. I can't possibly fight, so I'll only be a burden to
そ
Saber.
の心配は無用です、シロ。あなたはここにいてください。マスターと
Excalibur!
ランサーは私一人で十分です。
ほう、それは大きく出たな。これは逃げた方が賢明かな。
Lancer's gonna be so angry. I don't want to fucking run anymore. Let me fight! Lancer is silent. Of course, Kotomina doesn't actually sound at all worried. He's just making a show of it.
コトミネと言いましたね。倒す前に聞いておきましょう。あなたの目的は何なのです？聖杯の選定役である身で何を望むというのですか？
What is your wish, you cheating fuck? Why are you reffing your own game you're participating in?
さて、言ってしまえば娯楽のためだが、それほど急を要しているわけではない。
Entertainment!
実を言うとな、セイバー。私も聖杯にはそう関心はないのだ。ただあれは私の趣味に合っている。私以外にふさわしい持ち主がいないのであれば、もらい受けてやるのが世のためだろう。
ざれ言を。マスターを殺し、自らマスターになった男が何を？貴様は初めから聖杯を手にするつもりだったはずだ。
なに、ただの拾い物だよ。ランサーのマスターを始末したのは、外からの魔術師は何かと厄介だったから。聖杯がああいうものなのだと外部には知られたくないのでね。早めに退場してもらったのだが、せっかくのサーバントを消してしまうのもうまくない。円滑に殺し合いを進めさせる手駒が入りようだったこともあり、少しばかりランサーのマスター権を拝借しただけだが。
And it still took 2 weeks, like goddamn. The hell? Kotomine became a master by killing Lancers?
そうか。貴様が何者であるかはもう聞かない。だが、選定役として責務を果たしてもらうぞ。今回の器、魂の杯はどこにある？
Where is the vessel? Huh?
何？まさか知らずにかくまっていたというのか。
He actually gasped. Oh, he's shocked. The brief moment of surprise passes quickly. With a smirk, he snaps his fingers to introduce the final piece of the puzzle. Whoa, even Lancer's like, whoa, what? Both Saber and Lance are tense. Heavy footsteps echo from above.
さて、お前たちには不要だろうが、紹介ぐらいはしておこう。彼はアーチャーのサーバット。前回の聖杯戦争で私のパートナーだった英霊だよ。
There is a lot of nuance that goes with this, but I don't know if I should explain it. You know, I'll explain it maybe at the end of this ending. I'll kind of unleash the Fate Zero spoilers, aside from, you know, a select some that I know is going to be a very integral in other routes. But for certain things about like Kirei, about Kiritsugu, it's time to unleash the floodgates once this route is over. The golden figure makes his appearance. Gilgamesh, the king of heroes. New servant data added. Ah, it's gonna be about the fact that Kirei is his master. So, oh, I think that's it. Yeah, master. Kirei Kotomine. And if we look at Lancer, also Kirei Kotomine. Yes. After making his sudden appearance, Gilgamesh crosses the sanctuary grounds to stand beside Kotomine.
で、これからどうするのか。このような場所で、しかも邪魔者を交えて決着をつけるのか。
He's just like, hey, Kotomine, my bro, and he just starts dabbing him.
お前にしてはあまりいい演出とは言えないな。
I don't dig the vibe here.
それを言うな。私とて予想外なのだ。文句は後で聞いてやるから許せ。
なんだ。承知しているのならばいい。だが、そのヤヒな男はどうにかならんのか。あまり睨まれると殺してしまいそうになるぞ。
どういうことだ、コトミネ。その男がお前のサーバントだと。
Dang, Lancer didn't know.
なあ、お前には説明していなかったな。彼は前回の私のサーバントだ。聖杯戦争が終結した後、意見を同じくしてな。彼は私に従い、私も彼がとどまるにふさわしい食事を用意することで、こうして協力関係になったというわけ。
The sustenance, the children screaming in the basement.
それがあのいけすかねえ部屋ってわけか。そりゃいいが、なぜ俺に黙っていた？
言う必要があるとでも、それとも何か彼と共同戦線を張りたかったのか。
Oh hell no, heroes are known for their pride.
冗談。そんな野郎と手を組むなんざ死んでもお断りだ。
And now there are 3 of them. You remember that plan to team up with Lancer to beat Archer? Fuck. Lancer by the stairs, Gilgamesh at the center of the sanctuary. We can't beat them all. Gilgamesh is just too much on his own. We can't escape with Lancer around either.
コトミネ、お前、奴のことは知らないって。
And I lied.
人聞きが悪いな。私はこれでも神父だぞ。
Bullshit.
そんなことあるか。お前は確かに前回から残ったサーバントは放っておけないって。
He's like, I didn't ignore him. I spoke with him. Hey, we were best buddies. What are you talking about? I didn't ignore him at all.
ああ、私とて驚いたのだ。アーチャーには待機を命じていた。
Oh, that's what shocked him.
指示を破ってお前たちを襲ったのだからな。アーチャーを調べれば、いずれ私に突き当たるのは道理だ。故に、今後の対策を練らねばならなかった。どうだ、何一つとしてお前を測ってはいまい。
God damn it! I blundered right into the enemy's stronghold because I trusted his words. After all that, oh man, he's like, I really don't vibe with him. I don't trust him at all. He's kind of right.
貴様がアーチャーのマスターだというのか。
It's complicated.
そうだ。10年前の再現になったな、セイバー。もっとも、あの時私はすでにキリツグに倒され、最後の場面には立ち会えなかった。お前と顔を合わせるのはこれが2度目で、そして最後になる。
答えろ。アーチャーはなぜ残っている？あの火事はなぜ起きた？キリツグに倒されたというお前はなぜ今も生きている？
Saber's voice drips with venom. These questions might have been weighing on her for a while now. She must. Oh right, yeah. She just starts. She only saw Kiri for the first time this route like 10 minutes ago. I forgot to read the line. Okay, she said she must also want clarity about what she left behind 10 years ago and the disaster that followed.
10年前、不完全ながらも聖杯は満ち、手に取ることが可能だった。私はそれに触れただけだ。キリツグとお前は強力だったのでな。分断させるための目くらましが欲しいと願ったのだが、あのような目くらましが起きるとは私も驚いた。
Wait, that means he's the fucker that caused the fire 10 years ago!
あの火災は貴様が聖杯の力で起こしたものだというのか。
This is also not exactly how I remember it.
さあな、思うのだが、私でなくても聖杯は同じことをしただろう。あれはそういうものだ。万能の杯というが、その中に満ちたものは血と闇と呪いでしかない。お前も見たのだろう。聖杯を破壊した折、そこから溢れ出した闇を。アーチャーはそれを浴びてしまっただけだ。お前が聖杯さえ壊さなければ、アーチャーとてこのように迷いはしなかっただろうよ。
Damn, he's like, it's your fault Archer's still
お前
here.
ごと聖杯は持ち主の願いを叶える魔法の鎌だ。ならばあの火災はお前の願望ではなかったのか。
結果だけはな。だがその過程は私が想像していたものとは違う。私はただあの土地から人がいなくなればいいと思っただけだ。
God damn it, Monkey Paw!
そもそもお前たちは想像力が貧困だぞ。願いが叶う、それはいいが、では願いとはどうやって叶えるのだ。まさか願った瞬間に世界が変わるとでも思っていたのでは。元の聖杯はどうあれ、今の聖杯は力の渦に過ぎん。
Yeah, it's just a battery.
精密な計算、相互作用による矛盾の修正など論外だ。あれはな、ただ純粋な力に過ぎぬ。巨大な兵器と同じだ。持ち主が富を願えば周囲の人間をことごとく殺害し、主人に幸福を与える。わかるか。あの底なしの魔力の鎌はな、持ち主の願いを破壊という手段でしか叶えられぬ欠陥品なのだ。
This might actually be a good opportunity to talk about some Fate Zero stuff. So, in Fate Zero, they depicted Kiritsugu as someone who was kind of ruthless. He went through something during his childhood that led him to basically adopt the ideology of sacrifice the few for the many. And as a result, he kept killing a lot of people, but also saved a lot of people as a result. But he was kind of like at the end of his ropes because he realized that he couldn't save everyone. So he was like, oh man, this is really difficult. If only there was an omnipotent granting wish vessel. Oh god, there's the Holy Grail. So he participated in the Holy Grail War. That is basically the background for Kiritsugu. And at the end, he actually ends up, well, winning. Saber was basically battling Archer, he actually had possession of the Holy Grail at one point. And despite the fact that not all the servants were eliminated, the Grail actually offered to make his wish come true. And it showed him what would happen. And what would happen is that it would go through the cycle of sacrificing the few for the many, many times over. Only possible due to the fact that the Holy Grail is basically this battery that can like make it so that he can do what he does on a worldwide scale. However, that just resulted in killing a lot of people, and Kiritsugu did not want that. In fact, in the show, it kept going on until he was basically the only person left. And if the Holy Grail did that, it would have been absolutely terrible. And that's why he commanded Saber to destroy the Grail, because the Holy Grail, despite being called the Holy Grail, is actually very, very, very tainted and is basically the worst monkey paw ever. So yeah, now we have context. So I feel all right spoiling that.
それでは話が違う。万能の力、持ち主の望み通りに世界を変革するのが聖杯ではなかったのか。
違うものか。聖杯の手段は実に理にかなっている。人を生かすということは人を殺すということだろう。この世は全て等価交換によって成り立っている。その中で突出した出来事を望むのならば、何かを食いつぶして飛び上がるしかあるまい。調和など気にしていては願いなど叶わぬ。
Like if, let's say Saber tries to use the Grail to undo time, undo her, like her being the king, it probably just fuck things up even worse.
つまりは弱者からの略奪による変動だ。それこそが最も効率の良い変革だろう。
I can only imagine what Saber must feel. If what Kotomine says is true, this is not the Grail she wanted. It's merely power fueled. It's merely power to fuel the possessor's wish. It grants the owner's wish at the cost of everything else. So that is the true face of the supposedly omnipotent power.
ならば聖杯というのは
Then this Grail is fucking useless to me.
持ち主以外のものを排除する。この上ない毒の壺だ。
Oh man, that's kind of poetic because Saber is trying to sacrifice herself for the better of her people, but this will essentially destroy everyone else but her.
お前も見ればわかる。あれはな、際限のない呪いの塊だ。そしてそれは私にとっても喜ばしい。
Oh, delight to my ears. Entertainment.
聖杯に触れるのは聖職者の夢だがね。人を殺すためだけの聖杯が存在し、ましてそれを扱えるなど、まさに天上の夢でも見ているかのようだ。
I guess what's implying is that when Kirei quote unquote died in the last Holy Grail war, and when Kiritsuku ordered Saber to destroy the Holy Grail, the Grail actually ends up basically pouring into the ground, and its contents enveloped a lot of people, including Gilgamesh and Kirei. And after they basked in the juices of the Holy Grail, they were, I guess, incarnated into this world, or rather, like, came back to life, because Gilgamesh didn't go away, he's still here, and Kirei's still alive. The priest laughs. This time, it's not for show. He laughs in pure delight. It makes me realize, this is a man entirely without humanity. More than anyone else, he absolutely cannot get the Grail.
ではお別れだ。ゴミを始末しろ。ランサーは小僧、アーチャーはセイバーだ。
Oh my god, Lancer, we've done this like 4 times, please, just don't do it. You're tired of this too, right? The priest turns on his heel and ascends the stairs. All that remains are me, who can barely move from my injuries, Kotomine's and Kotomi's 2 servants, and Saber, standing ready to guard me, glaring at our enemies. Boom, 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 boom. A tense moment passes. We need to beat Gilgamesh and Lancer if we're gonna have any hope of getting back to the surface. But I don't care about defeating them. If we could regroup somehow, maybe, but...
シロ
Saber's voice is quiet, but her eyes never leave the
無
enemy.
理を承知でいます。決して私のそばから離れないでください。
Got it. Already hugging your leg. She grips my hand firmly on her own. In her own. I can tell that she's ready to go at any moment.
意地でもついていくから、俺のことは気にかけるなよ。
I nod back. I can barely walk. We both understand just how bad this is. But Saber is telling me that she will do everything she can to get me through this. What can I do but agree?
信頼しています。
Her voice is quiet but firm.
いざ
Whoosh! At that moment, she lets go of my hand and charges ahead. In between them, both shadows react to her in an instant. What? Saber and I are dumbstruck. What just happened? Lancer jerks his spear off course away from me and straight for Gilgamesh, who bats the attack aside with a longsword as if he expected it. Lancer's like, you know what, fuck this dude. And Gilgamesh is like, ah, I knew you were gonna do that, bitch.
悪いな。手元が狂った。
Whoops, I missed.
そうか。随分と軽い槍なのだな。
Actually, I love the fact that Gilgamesh was like, yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. Both men withdraw, unhurried and unconcerned.
言っておくが、貴様の標的はあの雑種だ。 セイバーは俺に任されたものだと覚えているか？
I imagine Gilgamesh is like, I would normally wouldn't listen to someone's orders and whatnot, but you did say Saber would go to me, so.
ああ、それね。悪いが気が変わった。
Oh, you fucked up. And he says this. Lancer turns to face Gilgamesh, almost as if protecting us.
ランサー、あなたは
Yo, my master's a dickhead. Run!
くだらねえことなら口にするなよ。別に貴様に肩入れしているわけじゃねえ。俺は俺の心情に肩入れしてるだけなんだからよ。
This is a Lancer I remember and love. I actually completely forgot about what happens to Lancer in the Fate route. I remember what happens to him in the other routes, but the ending was just a blur to me. But now, he's just cool. Lancer levels his spirit Gilgamesh. His intent is clear. He actually does mean to let us go.
まあ、いい加減我慢の限界でもあったしな。ここまで舐められて、おいそれと命令を聞くほどよくできた人間じゃねえってことだ。
では契約を切るということか。聖杯は目の前だというのに、貴様はこのまま消えても構わないのか。
I wonder what his wish would be.
てめえと一緒にするな。もとよりな、俺は二度目の聖なんぞに興味がない。いや、英雄なんて連中はな、どいつもこいつもそんなものに興味はねえんだ。
Damn. I know one really, really buff rider that would have, would have something to say about that.
俺たちはこのように固執してるんじゃない。果たせなかった未練に固執するのみだ。まあ、てめえみてえに欲の皮が突っ張った音量にはわからないだろう。
Yo, keep firing these shots, my dude. You should call yourself an archer for all the guns you're
なる
firing.
ほど。死に際が鮮やかだった男は言うことが違う。この裏切りも英雄の誇りとやらに沿ったものか。まったく己が信念を貫くのは厳しいな、ランサー。
The air behind Gilgamesh warps. Weapons appear out of nowhere in the space behind him. Oh, he's got his gate of Babylon.
ランサー、あれはあらゆる宝具の原型を持つもの。我らの中で最も古い歴史を持つ英雄王です。いくらあなたでも。
He's like, Lancer, in case you didn't notice, here's the breakdown. This guy is this. Originally, we were planning to team up with Lancer to beat Gilgamesh, but now it kind of works out. As long as Kyrie doesn't realize and use his command spell.
そうか。なるほど。道理で偉そうなわけだ。やりたい放題やって国を滅ぼしたって野郎だからな。そりゃ少年が腐ってる。
ランサー、強がりを言っている場合では。
いいからさっさと失せろ。助言なんざしやがって何様のつもりだ。かばった程度で仲間意識持ちやがって。たく。
We are not the same.
これだから育ちのいい騎士様ってのは気に食わねえ。
In his own way, Lancer is urging Saber to run. Saber hangs her head for a moment.
ご分もこの恩は必ず。
Taking my hand, she makes for the stairs.
しまった。逃がしてしまった。
Oh well. Gilgamesh just watches us, making no move to follow.
なんだ、セーバーはてめえの獲物じゃなかったのかよ。
いや、実はな、俺もこのような決着は好みではなかったのだ。貴様がやらなければ、俺が同じことをしていただ。
Oh, he's like, no, I don't take commands, but you know what? I would have killed you anyways. We make it up the stairs. Sarah must still be worried about how I'm doing, but as long as we don't move very fast. The pain, on the other hand, doesn't much care how slowly we're moving, as it doesn't dull in the slightest. Ah! The rising tensions and sense of impending violence grows.
どういうことだそりゃ。てめえもセーバーを逃がすつもりだったのか。
当然だろう。俺にセイバーを殺す気はない。
Ah,
俺のものだ。
we got Simp here, yes.
だが、聖杯を呼ぶためにはそういうわけにもいかん。儀式の完成には
Oh.
サーバントに死んでもらわなければならぬから。
That's true. I completely forgot about that. The only condition left for the Holy Grail to spawn is to have the vessel and to have one more servant die. But if he wants to stay with Saber, or wants Saber to stay with him, he has to make sure Saber doesn't die. Oh, the weapons are out. A multitude of swords appears in the darkened basement. The Golden Knight smirks. That was why he was ready for Lancer's surprise attack. Lancer wasn't the only one planning to turn on his would-be ally.
初めからそのつもりかよ。てめえ。
言ったであろう。貴様がしなければ俺がそうするつもりだった。褒めてやるぞ、クーフーリー。これは俺にとって理想の展開だ。
Oh man, he's like, thank you for doing this. I really wanted this. The two come together. We make it out just before I see the initial volley. I like this because it's also believable. Gilgamesh's explanation makes a lot of sense. Okay, and here we have the cemetery. I stop. I make it out of the church. My body tells me it's reached its limits.
Shirou,
I would like to say once again that those clothes should not be on you because you said it yourself. They burst when you go. Whatever.
そうだな。悔しいけど、これじゃセイバーに迷惑をかける一方だ。
I lean away from Saber's shoulders and sit on the grass. I wonder how far we are in the flowchart now. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. You can see like the little different Saber icons. This is where the affection breaks because we didn't get enough, but here is where it solidifies, saying yes, yes. And we have a CG there. I lean away from Saber's shoulders and sit on the grass. My chest wound is still there. It stopped bleeding, but still a gaping hole in my chest. The pain might be gone, but I still got a hole right through me. Just looking at it makes me sick to my stomach. More than that, I can't believe I'm still alive.
Shirou, 傷を見せてください。
いや、いいけど。
では失礼します。少し痛みますが、耐えてください。
Where's the bear? Where? Saber's finger trails over my chest, and then, I don't know what she's thinking, but Saber places her hand on my chest and lets it sink into my body. She's in me. My entire body jerks and bucks in response. Saber's hand is relentless, moving around inside me. She's touching my organs with her bare hands. How could she not be so blindly pain? Wait, how could that not be blindingly painful? It should hurt, but ooh, yes. Huh? There's absolutely no pain. In fact, everywhere Saber touches, it feels like the pain is fading.
終わりました、シロ。鞘に魔力を補充しましたから、半日もすれば傷は癒えるでしょう。
Hey, that's the healing factor. The sheaths. She draws her hand from my chest, looking relieved. I have no idea what she's talking about.
セイバー、鞘ってなんだ？前もそんなことを言ってた気がするけど、もしかしてその鞘ってお前の鞘のことか？
Saber's sheath. It has to be Excalibur's sheath. Invisible air isn't her sheath. The legendary sheath of Excalibur is a noble phantasm that makes its possessor immortal. But she doesn't have it. King Arthur died in the Battle of Camlan because that sheath was lost. There's no way Saber has Excalibur's sheath right now.
はい。私の鞘はあなたの体の中にあります。
俺の体の中に？バカな。そんな突拍子もない話が。
そうでしょうか。思えば簡単なことだったのです。シローは私を召喚した。今までそれを偶然だと考えたことが愚かでした。
Well, you have to be summoned every Holy Grail war so you can get your Holy Grail, right?
英霊を呼ぶには英霊にゆかりがあるシンボルがなければならない。マスターとしての知識もなく、魔術師としても未熟だったシローが私を呼ぶには、それを補ってあまりある接点がなければならない。
It's like I thought I got the RNG role and got you because our personalities match, and then afterwards she's like, our personalities do not match. We have very different ones. This was part of this entire thing. This is the last chapter. We are very different people.
それが私の鞘。失われたエクスカリバーの鞘だったのです。
いや、それはそうかもしれないけど、だからなんだってそんなものが俺の中にあるんだ。
それはおそらくキリツグが行ったことでしょう。前回の戦いでエミやキリツグはエクスカリバーの鞘を触媒にして私を召喚した。聖剣の鞘は持ち主の傷を癒す宝具です。キリツグはそれを私に返すより自身が持っていた方が有利と判断したのでしょう。
Yeah, I'm not giving this back, Saber. This is mine now.
私には治癒能力があるし死ににくい。それより死にやすいマスターが鞘を持つ方が戦いには勝ち残れる。
じゃあ親父も今の俺と同じような状態で戦いを勝ち残ったってわけか。
The only exception is that he was actually playing smart. Kiritsugu was very smart.
おそらくは。そして戦いが終わり私が消えた後、キリツグは焼け跡の中をさまよい死にかけている子供を見つけた。キリツグには治療の力はありませんでしたし、あったところで手の施しようがなかったのでしょう。
Oh shit. No, I never realized that.
だからその子供を助ける手段は彼には一つしかなかったと思うのです。
Oh. So Shirou was the catalyst. Okay, so I thought that like Avalon or the Sheath was just something that Kiritsugu left in like the workroom, the shed that Shirou always went to. So that's why he always loved that area. Maybe subconsciously he's like, this is my place. This is my happy area. My hand goes to my chest. On that day 10 years ago, I accepted death as I was looking up at the sky. My whole body was burned. Maybe I really was little more than cinders. So when Kiritsugu found a kid that was barely alive, he had to rely on the one thing he had with him. The sacred sword's sheath, set to protect the possessor's life. By implanting the sheath in me, he saved the child who was on the verge of death.
じゃあ本当に？
はい。分解され原型をとどめてはいませんが、確かにシロウの中には鞘があります。それがあなたの治癒能力の源です。
And in that case, it does kind of beg the question why like, it didn't always activate, it only activated sometimes. And if it's recharged by Saber's magical energy, then it shouldn't have activated in like the first half of the war until they had that mana transfer moment. And that means every time they like had physical contact, they also should have resulted in Shirou healing, but that didn't always happen. Like when they had physical contact on the way out of Ilia's castle. I don't know, there's just a lot of things that feel kind of weird about it. But I did know that Avalon was in Shirou from the beginning. I didn't realize that was his healing factor, but I do question when it works and when it doesn't.
けど俺一度死にかけたぞ。学校でランさんに刺されて、それで。
That's right. Someone saved me there. Oh. When Lancer killed him, maybe the sheath had no energy. And even though like there shouldn't be energy to really like, even though Tosaka's spell shouldn't have brought Shirou back from the brink of death, it worked because he had Avalon in him probably. Because like it's like a healing spell, but sure it might have been one juiced 10 times over, or not even 10 times, a bajillion times over because she's been. Was it like it was worth 10 years of magical energy? But if you don't have the right spell, then you can't really save people from the brink of death. By the time I came to, there was nobody there, just a piece of rock lying next to me. I felt that was really important, so I brought it home. I wonder if it's still there.
それは私と契約する前の話でしょう。鞘は私の宝具です。
Okay, never mind.
私が限界し、魔力を注がなければ宝具としての能力を発揮しない。シロウは私というサーバントと契約しなければ、その不死身性を得られないのです。
I jumped the gun there. No, Tosaka, you're really good.
まあ多少は魔力さえ注げば持ち主の命を保護するでしょう。ですが、それも微弱なものです。死にかけた人間を救うには、鞘そのものと同化させるしかなかったはずです。
そうか。すまん、セイバー。お前の鞘をこんなことで使っちまって。
Nah, she's gonna be like, I'm glad.
何を言うのです。シロウは私のマスターなのですから、私のものを使うのは当然ではないですか。それに、シロウがそうなのだと知って、私は嬉しかった。何も守れなかった私でも、あなたの命を救えていたのですから。
We may be in a cemetery, but this brings me back to life. Look at that smile. Her smile's so bright, I can't help but look away.
シロウ、傷が痛むのですか?
Okay, I know in anime talking's a free action, but do you not realize that there's a giant battle going like 5 feet under us? I mean, I should just say 6 feet under, because that's where Lancer is probably gonna be after this.
いや、そうじゃない。いいんだ、気にしないでくれ。セイバーは何も悪くない。
I cover my blushing face and fall silent. This is so embarrassing. Not speaking means no pain, but this is really awkward. I'm not sure how much time passed. I just start to calm down, and just as I start to calm down, Saber speaks
キ
quietly.
リツグは正しかった。彼は私を裏切ってなどいなかったのですね。
Her voice is heavy with regret.
セイバ
あの聖杯は私の求めるものではなかった。いいえ、元より聖杯など必要ではなかったのです。キリツグはそれに気がついていたのでしょう。
It sounds more like a confession. Saber is making an apology to someone she can't apologize to. Not anymore. She reflects on herself as a way of saying goodbye to the feelings that she held on to for so long. Yeah, I think she mentioned like she never hated her people because they thought that their hate for her was her own fault. But here she actually hated Kiritsugu from being someone who stopped her from achieving her goal for seemingly nothing. Like why? She didn't know, but now she knows why, and now she realizes it was for like I don't know if a good cause is the right word, but I'll just go with that. And she's like, oh, all this hate I've been holding for him was misplaced. Even if she didn't say it in many words, I understand just by being beside her. Aww. Aww, look how pretty Saber is here. Though it's really hard to see because it's really fucking bright. Altria sought the Holy Grail. Oh my god, she still has her Ahoge, her defining characteristic. A lonely king who had no choice but to believe that without the Holy Grail, she could not avoid ruin. If only she'd wished to redo everything from the moment she drew the sword from the stone.
ー、セイバー、それは。
分かっていました。やり直しなんてできないのだと。私はそれを知りながら必死に自身を偽り続けてきたのです。
But that ends here. Her long battle can now really.
ありがとう、シロ。あなたのおかげでようやく取るべき道が分かりました。ええ、あの聖杯もこの私もありえてはいけない夢だったのです。
Damn, the Holy Grail and I are just dreams. But still, she mumbles about wanting to be forgiven. She should never have wished for what she did, and all that time, she'd never been able to fulfill it. The only weakness, well, the weakness was, oh my god, sorry, I'm messing up a lot now. The weakness was only a fleeting dream. How should I feel right now? What she says is beautiful. Her decision is dignified and proud, just like her. She takes pride in her past now and accepts the end that awaits her. And now Saber she has decided to follow the promise that she made until the very end. She doesn't even need to tell me what that means. She will never waver again. And she is more beautiful than ever. In the dark of that night, in the moment I met her under the moonlight and admired her appearance, I loved her from the very beginning. Then, regardless of what waits ahead, there's only one thing that needs to be done.
セイバー、聖杯を壊そう。
I cut away any lingering attachment. I banish my selfishness and say what has to be done. Wow, Shiro's like, I no longer, as much as I care and want Saber to be with me, I realize, and Saber realizes, that cannot be. At least like this grail that powers like our wishes will not grant our wish the way we want it to, and it needs to be destroyed because it's a living curse. So both of them have given up on basically being together, but you know, they've come to terms with it.
はい。あなたならそう決断すると信じていました。
It's kind of really bittersweet, actually. Saber nods reassuringly. I can't smile back at her right now. I'm trying my best to suppress my feelings for her and convince myself that this is the right thing to do. I'm sure that someday I'll be proud that she trusts me with this decision. I stand up. Now that's settled, we can't just rest here forever. We know what must be done, and our enemy is clear. No more detours. Today, we put an end to this battle. Wow, that was a really long morning. We don't really have very long mornings. They're usually a lot of the actions at night. I managed to make it home, leaning on Saber's shoulder. The wound on my chest hasn't completely healed. According to Saber, I need to lie still for a few hours. I bite my lip. I curse my body for refusing to listen to me, even though I know what I need to do now.
シロ、何か今よからぬことを考えませんでしたか？
No, maybe.
いや、別に何も考えてないぞ。
まったく、あまり無茶を言うと怒りますからね。
Come on, Saber, I would never.
戦いは傷が完治してからです。最後の戦いになるのですから、お互い万全の体制で臨みましょう。
そうだな。焦るより今は準備を整えないと。
I'm thinking about where Kotomine went, about how to defeat Gilgamesh. I love how, like, mentally it's like, yeah, Lancer's fucking dead. There's no chance. There's just so much we need to consider. For now, though, we need to rest and wait until tonight. I'm home, honey. And by that I mean, Saber, thanks for coming home with me. Oh, fuck. At that moment, my mind freezes. I was like, what? There's blood there. Fuck. That means Kirei came here. There's nobody inside. The house feels different. And there's more blood here. No. I do wonder why I was on the door handle. Oh, that means the blood traces must be going towards the door instead of coming from the door. That means they injured someone inside or killed someone or something, and then they left. Mingled with the smell of something burning, I can just pick out the strong scent of blood. I run. I ignore my chest wound. I run to shake off the chill running down my back. I run through the corridor, turn a corner, and pass through the familiar curtain that divides one room of the house from the other. And the scene that greets me is anything but familiar. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Tosaka's fucking dead. No. My voice trembles. I don't know what happened. All I know is that Tosaka's looking at me, breathing weakly. Okay, she's fine. Fine's not the right word.
やっと帰ってきた。まったく、もうちょっとで寝ちゃうところだったじゃない。
Damn, you still have time to joke around? What the hell is she saying? It looks like she's really struggling to even speak, but she tries to make conversation like nothing's wrong.
喋るなバカ。くそ、とにかく血を止めないと。セイバ、風呂場からタオルとお湯と洗面器。
Saber nods and turns to run to the bathroom.
包帯と血止め。血止めだけで済むかバカ。医者を呼んでどうにかしないと。
I panic as I pull out the first aid kit.
いい。手当ては自分でしたから。それよりもっと大事なことがあるでしょ。
Tosaka's panting, but she looks straight at me.
まさか。
So she's like, I'll be fine. I don't know what the hell she's trying to say. I'm confused, but I just nod to listen to what she has to say.
本当に傷はいいのか。トサカ、お前、これは。
So much blood.
いいの。血止めぐらい自分でできる。
I cauterize my wounds, but it's gonna leave a mark.
それより。ごめん。留守を任されてたのに。私、リリアを守れなかった。
I finally put two and two together. Tosaka's wounded, the living room is in disarray, and Ilya's gone.
やってきたのは琴峰か。
She nods. He's the only enemy left, so there wasn't much point in asking. Saber and I were the only ones who knew that Kotomine was our enemy. It must have been a shock to Tosaka. She's like, I knew something was funky about that priest. The seventh master is our teacher and guardian.
謝るな。いくらお前でも騙し討ちされたらどうしようもないだろう。お前、なんだかんだ言って琴峰を信頼してたしさ。
そうね。 正直甘く見てた。自分一人でもなんとかなるってうぬぼれてたみたい。
She coughs up blood. Oh, wait, it's bleeding out there too. Oh, crap. I can't let her keep talking.
話は後にしよう。今は動くな。すぐに手当てをして休ませてやるから。
Oh,
けどその前に伝えておかないとダメっ
it looked blurry for a second, and I was like, wait, we got the high res. All right, we're good.
ぽい。いいシロ。これが最後の助言だからきちんと聞きなさい。
That's ominous, but I just nod. This is serious, especially if she's so insistent on telling me, even as wounded as she is. I couldn't stop her from speaking up now, even if I wanted to.
まず一つ目。琴峰の目的はイリアよ。あの子が今回の聖杯の器だってあいつは初めから知ってたんでしょうね。
イリアが聖杯。
Ilya is the Holy Grail.
正
I
確
had
に
it
はあの子
that
が
close to me all this time.
魔術師っていうのは魔術回路を持った人間だけど、イリアは魔術回路を人間にした子なの。
Yep.
サーバントが残り一人になった時、あの子自体が聖杯を下ろす器になると思う。
じゃあイリアは琴峰に。
連れて行かれたわ。でもセイバーがまだ健在なら道は開かない。琴峰だって器になるイリアをどうにかしようなんて考えないは
I can only hope so. And Lancer won't be an easy servant to beat. Even if he couldn't defeat Gilgamesh, he might at least be able to have been able to run away. I hope he does. I'll just have to hope he did. Okay, whoops. This isn't the time to tell Tosaka anyways.
分かった。イリアは俺が助け出すから安心しろ。
そう。じゃあ二つ目、琴峰の居場所だけどきっと竜道寺だと思う。
Wow, we haven't been there in a while.
聖杯の降霊場所としてあそこ以上の場所はないもの。教会はもう引き払ってるだろうし、隠れてるとしたらあの寺だから。
琴峰がいるのは竜道寺だな。
She doesn't even seem to have the strength to move her head. But she nods anyways.
じゃあ最後、あなたじゃ綺麗にはかなわない。それでも戦う？
That question. She's not asking us as a friend, but as a mage who truly understands the situation. But still, Tosaka, I don't know what. My mind's made up. The chances of victory are abysmal. Even so,
戦う。奴には借りが山ほどある。何があろうと引くことはできない。琴峰綺麗はエミやシロウが倒すべき敵だからな。
I need to settle things with him. As a survivor of the disaster 10 years ago, as one of the orphans, as the son of Shirou Emiya.
そうならこれあげる。護身用のものだけど何もないより役に立つわ。
It's a gun! Tosaka reaches behind her and takes out a dagger. Oh, is that Azoth's dagger? It is Azoth's dagger. It says Azoth at the end. It's a well-known dagger, perhaps even famous. It's used for rituals rather than for battle. It's a magical wand in the shape of a sword, used to form magic circles to intervene in mystics that have taken shape. The word Azoth is engraved in the jewel on the handle. Its blade isn't as long as a typical dagger, which probably fits Tosaka's preference anyways. This is Azoth's blade, a sword favored by a famous scholar of mystics who took the world by storm some time ago. It's meant for mages to prove that their training is complete. The Azoth blade is not unlike the sort of gift that one receives for getting into college.
どうぞか。これは
Oh, that actually goes into our weapon chart. Okay, I don't see. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay, so user's Rin, a mystic code that Rin treasures. That showed up in Fate Zero. The Azoth blade is not a cutting tool, but a wand to amplify the user's magical energy and augment magecraft. It's a popular implement within the Mages Association, and teachers and parents give it as coming-of-age gifts. Modeled after the dagger favored by the man who laid down the foundations of modern alchemy. Would that be Paracelsus? I don't know who that is.
見ればわかるでしょ。私の探検よ。宝石に比べればビビたるものだけど、それでも気が向いた時には魔力を込めてた。レストって叫んで、ありったけの魔力を流し込めば発動するから。
I'm just saying, wait, I have to say what? Less, and it just starts glowing. It's like, oh crap! She hands me a dagger. It's surprisingly heavy. Not physically heavy. Rather, I feel the weight of Tosaka's memories in the dagger.
トサカ、いいのか、これは預かって。
いいのよ。綺麗に勝てないって分かって最後まで隠し通したんだから。このまま使わないのも尺だし、あんたが使って。
分かった。遠慮なくもらっとく。正直、武器は大いに越したことはない。
なんだ、分かってるじゃない。いい加減、もう眠くて眠くて。
She laughs, embarrassed. Next thing I know, Saber's standing behind me, waiting to treat Tosaka.
寝ろ寝ろ。朝になったら起こしてやるから。そしたら腹いっぱい飯食わせてやる。
It better be some damn good food.
そうする。最後に、これは忠告じゃなくて命令。シロ、やるからには死んでも勝ちなさい。私が起きた時、あんたがくたばってたら許さないから。
I do kind of wonder why Kirei didn't kill Tosaka. Maybe it's because he might still have lingering feelings about her being his disciple for so long. And she looks like she said everything she wants to say. And so Tosaka drifts right off to sleep. She looks well enough, so I feel a little bit stupid for worrying about her. But then again, I know that's her way of cheering me on, and her words really do invigorate me.
任せとけ、トサカ。
I nod at Tosaka's sleeping form. Everything's all set. All that's left is to spend these next few hours without regret while my wounds heal. Man, Tosaka really is like a real one. She's just so cool. And so fun. Today slowly ticks over into tomorrow. We treat Tosaka's wounds and take her into the room to rest while I make dinner and eat with Saber in silence.
あと少し。
I gotta make sure my charge is at 100%. Most of my wounds are healed. We have about an hour or two left. In the meantime, I'll try the other option. Okay, what happens if I say, is there a method?
手はあるのか、トサカ。
I'm going to settle things with Kotomine. Even if I don't have a chance of winning, I can't run away. But if Tosaka has a plan, I'll hear her out, no matter what it is.
残念ながら。けど、選別をあげる。ご信用のものだけど、何もないより役に立つわ。
Oh, it's very similar. Tosaka reaches behind her and pulls out a single dagger. Oh, thank you for actually doing this. I'm really glad they let me skip that. I'm so glad. Alright, I guess... A report to Kiritsugu, would that be like going up to his grave and talking? Spend time with Saber. I feel like have a strategy meeting is the thing that is the smartest to do. So I'm gonna try report to Kiritsugu. I'm curious about that one. This might be my last time. 10 years ago, I was a lone survivor of the terrible fire, and if I'm going to succeed Kiritsugu, who destroyed the Holy Grail, I should at least report that to him.
じいさんの夢は俺が
A young boy said those words so long ago. Did I skip it by accident? Oh well. Back then, I didn't even understand the feelings the man left behind, nor did I understand what I wanted to achieve. After 10 years, the thing I kept striving for, the reason I was the only survivor, is about to reveal itself.
今までありがとう。行ってくるよ、親父。
My fear and hesitation fade. We have no chance of winning, but if I'm gonna call myself Shirou Emiya, I need to go into this with my head held high. Huh. That's interesting. That was really okay. I guess I'll try out another one. Let's try spend time with Saber. How should I spend these remaining hours? I thought a lot about it, but wound up here in the end.
こ
In the
こは変わりません
dojo.
ね。今の穏やかさもいいのですが、やはり私にはこちらの方が合っている。
そうだな。セイバーは騎士のくせに正座好きだし、竹刀を持つ姿も様になってたし、一度ぐらい防具をつけて試合をしてもよかったかも。
防具をつけてですか？それなら言ってくれればよかったのに。私は甲冑を着込みますから、シローが鎧を着るだけで模擬戦はできました。
Well, that would have been a waste of energy, magical energy for you to equip your armor, and you would have killed me anyways. You're too
そう
strong.
ですね。本当にそうすればよかった。もっと早く言ってくれたら、シローと本気で打ち合えたのに。
I don't want to die. Yeah. Saber's so cute when she pouts like that. Look at her. Cute as she is, her actual words are pretty terrifying.
本気でって、それこそ本気かセイバー。まともに打ち合ったら1週間は寝たきりになるぞ、俺。
いいえ、そのようなことは決して。
It would only be for 7 days. Saber, that's a week. Oh, right.
シローは自分を過小評価しています。この数日であなたは本当に成長した。
本当？
Even if she's only flattering me, I'm delighted. How could I not respect Saber when it comes to swordmanship? Being able to land a hit on my mentor is like proof of my growing skill.
本当に本当か？そのうまく今日つけばセイバーから1本取れる。
はい。シローは強くなりました。それは誇っていいことですし、私もたまらなく嬉しいです。
I can tell she's being honest as she smiles at me. When I see her face like that, my determination starts to waver. Look at that smile. You need to protect it. Afterwards, we won't be able to come back. If only we could just run away instead of facing a battle that we have such a slim chance of actually winning.
シロー、どうしたのです？急に黙り込んで。やはり傷が痛むのですか？それでしたら部屋で休んで。
いや、もう大丈夫だ。痛むところなんてない。
I pushed my hesitation aside. I can't run away, and this isn't how I want to spend my final moments with Saber.
なあセイバー、せっかく道場に来たんだから軽く手合わせしないか。真剣じゃなくて遊ぶくらいの気持ちで軽く。
I bury my feelings and try to put on as strong of a face as I can, even though I know I'm going to get
いいで
injured.
しょう。なら、私は剣道ではなく自己流で交えさせていただきます。シローも自由に思うままに剣を振るってください。
She must have understood what I had in mind. Trading blows with a sword rather than words suits us better. For a short while, we forgot about everything and just feel our bamboo swords whack at each other. Oh, okay, so this is gonna lead to the other one. I'm pretty certain. Yep. So these both lead to that. Thing is, because of how it's positioned, I feel like this is gonna lead upwards, not directly here. Yeah, that's weird. I'll just keep going. I'm gonna look. I looked at the flowchart, and it seems like these two lead to the same area, but this is the other choice leads to a different one, and that one might be more important. I feel like planning out and having a strategy meeting makes a lot more sense too. So let's continue. Completing the Holy Grail. The moon hangs high in the sky. The clouds have finally cleared, and the black of the night is giving way into indigo. It will be dawn soon. The long night is about to end. It will be the last one. During the night, Saber and I travel to our final destination. Final destination, Fox only, no items, let's go! I hear the tension in Saber's voice. She's not the only one. As I quietly nod, I feel a cold sweat trickling down my neck. The mountain feels like it's a living thing. Chills run down my spine. Stifling pressure assails me with every step I take. The air is thick and damp.
マナの密度が高い。10年前と同じです。おそらく上ではもう。
The summoning of the Holy Grail has begun. Maybe it's even over by now. Either way, Gilgamesh has probably defeated Lancer. Yeah, he's probably dead.
確認するぞ、セイバー。上に着いたら、あとは戦うだけだ。
Respect for Lancer, even though he tried to kill me like 3
ギルガメッ
times.
シュの相手を頼む。俺はマスター、琴峰を撃つ。お互いの戦いには手を出さない。どちらかが相手を倒せば、それで終わりだ。
ええ、今回だけは 私は自分の戦いに専念します。それに琴峰はあなたが倒すべき敵だ。
そうだな。よし、任せとけ。セイバーの方こそあんな奴にやられるんじゃないぞ。
はい、誇りにかけて彼には負けるわけにはいか
I
な
will
い。
fucking kill him.
サーバントとしてではなく英霊としてかの王に膝を屈することはできません。
There is no longer hesitation or worry in her voice. I don't need to say anything else to her. We will head to battle and determine the final master in this war. But if, in that process, if one of us dies, the survivor has to kill their opponent. Even if I'm defeated, as long as Saber defeats Gilgamesh, Kotomine won't get his hands on the Holy Grail. At the same time, if Saber's defeated by defeat Kotomine, Gilgamesh can't stay manifested. So we don't have to cover for each other. This battle is now each of ours alone. Whoa! Damn, it's been a while since we've been up here, and the last time we did, we got freaking jumped by Caster. Actually, I think that's the only time we were here. At least this level of the Rudo Temple. And so we climb the stone steps. The closer we get to the temple gate, the denser the air gets. The red phosphorescence dances in the wind, and the whole place is too brightly lit for nighttime. The air is heavy with death. It smells, it tastes, it sees like death. It looks, why did I say sees? It reminds me of that fire 10 years ago. But it's different. Bound up in red light, I spy something that looks like it's going to ooze out over the temple itself. It's out, past the building. A glistening blackness like mucus spreads over the vivid red. The mud spreads like oil over the clear ground. Wow, Lancer, I can't believe you beat Archer. Gilgamesh stands there, haloed by the vivid red glow. He pays no mind to the blood-red glow or death-shrouded blackness. The servant armored in gold waits in the middle of the temple grounds for Saber, and Saber alone.
聖杯もようやく重い腰を上げ、穴が開いたところだ。この呪いこそが聖杯の中。我らサーバントをこの世に留める第三要素。
This is a third element. Okay.
10年前、お前が俺に浴びせたものだ。
It was like taking an onsen bath in the Holy Grail. Gilgamesh has eyes only for Saber. Saber is similarly focused on him. She steps forward and points her sword at the knight in front of her.
いい気概だ。俺には勝てないと知った上でなおその闘志。宴の終わりを飾るにふさわしいが。邪魔はいらぬ。そこの雑種。琴峰に用があるのなら早々に消えろ。
I love how he just looks disgusted.
祭壇で貴様を待って。
He looks disgusted at Shirou and he's like, ew, just go away. Get out of here. What are you doing? I don't want you here. Alright, bye. Kotomine is waiting? I glance at Saber. She gives a slight nod, her eyes still on Gilgamesh. As I leave, I feel her wishing me luck. And I turn around. My opponent is elsewhere. Behind me. As I run, I hear the sound of Saber's deadly battle beginning. Deep in the grounds, behind Rito Temple's main building is a large lake. It has been untouched for a long time, making it seem sacred, like it's inhabited by a dragon god. The lake's clear, blue water so pure and clean, not without traces of cloudiness. Oh, with not a trace of cloudiness, sorry. At least, that was true until yesterday. The lake is far from pure now. Red phosphorescence spreads out before me. It's a sea of dark, murky tar. And... what the fuck? We need an adult! A hollow chasm yawns in midair. The body of a young girl floating near and in offering. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I've been trying to remain calm all this time, but that sight drives me over the edge. I stop and glare at the enemy. Welcome! I didn't expect you to survive this long, because you seem like the type of person that would die instantly. The ends of his lips curl up in a smile and spreads his arms in greeting. Our final battle will be fought here. This will be the summoning altar in this Holy Grail war. And please give her some clothes. I glare at Kotomine. We're about 10 meters apart. As soon as I take another step, the battle will begin. Once the battle starts, my only option is to rush him and stab him in the chest. But before that, I need to do something about Ilya.
聞こえなかったのか。イリアを下ろせって言ったんだ。いい年して子供をいじめて何が楽しい。
Did you see what he did to the children in the basement? Of course he would love that.
気持ちはわかるが、それはできない相談だな。聖杯は現れたが、その穴は未だ不安定だ。接点である彼女には命の続く限り耐えてもらわねば、私の願いは叶わない。
And what is your wish? As long as her life lasts, then Ilya's still alive.
そうか。お前に下ろす気がないってんなら、力ずくで下ろすだけだ。お前の願い、その黒い泥を今すぐに止めてやれ。
なるほど。お前にはこれが私の望みに見えるわけか。さすがはキリツグの息子だ。よもや2代にわたって思い違いを続けるとは。聖杯を理解し得ぬ者にわざわざ解いてやる真理はない。その思い違いを抱いたまま、最後のマスターとして責務を果たすがいい。
And suddenly, it seems like Gilgamesh and Saber are talking because they are no longer clashing. What? Whoosh! I kick off as quickly as I can. There's only about 10 meters between him and me, but I jump to the side, maintaining that distance. Rather than acting on my own desire to kill him, my instincts kick in to help me avoid death. I step sideways and roll on the ground. I go tumbling across the ground, scrambling to look up. Was it the thing that, oh, what the fuck is that? Mudworm thing? I glanced back to where I'd just been running. I don't know why I thought it was the thing that Shinji was using with the shadow blade stuff. The ground is on fire. The dark mud spreading over the lake is steaming. It's like a dark carpet. The mud coils and lunges at me, snapping like a whip. It leaves me a searing welt on the ground.
言い忘れていたが、すでにお前は私の射程に入っている。加えてこれは生き物に敏感でな。
Oh, he is now in the range of my stand, so I can aura him to death with these tentacles.
動き回るのは勝手だが、不用意に動くと死ぬぞ。
Whoa! What? I leap out of the way of the black mud as it strikes at me once again. To hell with darting around blindly. This bastard is intent on killing me. I reposition myself, keeping an eye on the lake. I'm no closer to Kotomine. Looks like he's gonna keep me 10 meters away. That muddy tentacle seems to be able to stretch endlessly. It follows no matter how far I retreat, and it's not the only one.
ほう、やる気か。それは喜ばしい。このまま立ち去るのなら殺しようがなかったが、お前本人が争うのであれば問題はない。
I would have been in trouble if you didn't want to fight me.
何しろこれでも神に仕える身だ。助けを求める者を殺めるわけにもいかなくて。
I could never. The tentacle twists towards me. It looms over the lake, and its sickle-shaped head is like a dark serpent. I bite my lip. I'm in about the worst possible situation here. More and more tentacles emerge from the lake. I'm not sure how much longer I can even survive, to say nothing of getting near Kotomine.
勝機がないのは当然だ。お前の生きた年数と私の生きた年数では大きく開きがある。何かで掛け算でもしない限り埋められる差ではあるまい。
Oh, something to multiply your experience. One thing that Shirou can do is project stuff and also gain the experiences from stuff that he's projected, I believe. So, come on Shirou, project stuff! The priest raises his hand. He stares at the heavens like a conductor leading an orchestra.
命をかけろ。あるいはこの身に届くかもしれん。
The serpents surge forward. Never mind. I try to kick away the mud clinging to my ankles. My clothes are burnt and my skin is exposed. Whoa. No, Yamete. I jump away from the lunging tentacles. I can't feel my mud-clothed right ankle, and I wasn't entirely sure I even still had my right leg until I used it to leap away. It looks like super miasma or poison. Acid. I check my body while I roll. Ankle? Okay, yeah, it's still there. I just can't feel it. It's more or less intact. I can still probably run. I jump in another direction to avoid the mud's relentless attacks. Besides me, I hear a splash. The scent of burning earth wakes my dizzy head, and I push myself back up to my feet. Oh, we're being sizzled. A burning sensation sears its way down my back. I shake it off and jump into to the closest clear ground. The mud's pursuit relents. I can no longer see any of the black mud that surrounds me. I bite my lip. I dodge and ran all over the place, but in the end, it didn't even matter. I'm right back here. I calm my breathing and look up at him, to at least know that he hasn't broken my spirit. Well, to at least show. Kotomine has not moved at all. He just watches me running around. No matter how many breaths I take, my heart won't stop pounding. It's warning me that it's at its limit. It needs rest. My heart is already going to burst if I don't rest. That's how rapid it's thumping in my chest, but it's all jumping out of my mouth at this point. I can't do anything. I can't get near to Kotomine. I can't stop that black mud. There's not enough time for me to hold back using my projection. It's my only hope. There we go. If there's no way forward, I just have to project Saber's sword again. It should be able to cut through that black mud and give me a chance to rush Kotomine.
なんだそれで終わりか諦めたのならそうと言え
The moment he speaks. Huh? Oh fuck! A tidal wave of mud crashes over me. I look up just in time to dodge. The mud itself isn't bad. It's slow compared to Saber's strikes when we sparred, and doesn't change direction so it's easy to dodge. But that only applies when there's just one tentacle. I can't handle multiple attacks at once, or those that strike from behind as well as soon as I've dodged another. As a result, I can only move forward, and still, mud slowly covers me. There's no time to rest. I'm not going to be able to use my projection. Projection requires me to form an image of a weapon from the very beginning, so I need to at least a full minute of concentration. But if I give Kotomine an opening like that, the only thing left of me will be smoking bones. Everywhere the mud touches me, I go numb. At least it's not painful, but if that mud covers my entire body, I might not even know whether I'm dead or alive. If that happens, I'm a goner. I'd melt away, bones and all. I can only run. If I'm going to have any chance of getting near him, I have to do something about this mud. I feel like, oh god, he fell in. I can't believe it. I picked now of all times to trip? Kotomine stares down at me as if I were a piece of trash. He points a little finger at me and several snakes' heads rear up from the lake. Get up. I try to get up, but fall again. I fall. The snake pursues me, but I still fall. Why? Black mud splashes over the back of my neck. Why? Now I look closer. My right leg is entirely black. He's been in the mud too long. He's been corrupted. Black mud rains down on me. I have no idea what I'm looking at. It just looks like a puddle. Like a torrential downpour engulfs my entire body, and all I can do is await the oncoming tide of despair. Dead end? Yeah, dead end. That took a little bit, huh? Okay. So yeah, time to plan things out after this Tiger Dojo. Dojo.
ここぞという時に武器がない。そんなあなたを助けるタイガー道場開幕です。さて、勝敗とは戦いを始める前に決定しているっていうのが。
You should plan out your moves, is what she's saying.
はい、その心は弟子1号。
Us. Oh, never mind.
何の策も武器もなしに戦いに挑んじゃダメってことかな。
うん。敵は金に明かして最強部隊を揃えている反則サーバント。なら、こっちも一つぐらいは逆転可能な武器を用意しておくべきです。
じゃあタイガー、決戦前夜からやり直して ろっていうの？
A weapon.
そんな一朝一夕で何ができるっていうのよ。
I thought the things that he projects doesn't last very long either.
これができるのだ。
It is
セイバ
possible.
ーちゃんの宝具はもともと3つ。その最後の1つを用意してあげれば、あとはなんとかなるってもんよ。
If you prepare that last one, so her Noble Phantasm is Excalibur, I think Invisible Air and Avalon.
そっか、返せばいいんだね。
Just give it back.
カエサルのものはカエサルへ。
So she's saying that we need to give back Avalon to Saber.
なくすには惜しいものだったけど、やっぱり広いものは持ち主に返さないとね。
あら、大河にしてはいいこと言うのね。腐っても学校の先生ってところかしら。
あはっはっは。
Are you ready for the thwack?
褒めて褒めて。
Wait for it.
それじゃ、大河がいい気分なうちに嬉しいお知らせをしちゃいます。
Aw.
本編の端っこでつつましく続いていたこのコーナーだけど、
Oh.
今回で最終回。
Damn, this is the last one? Alright.
次回からは装いも新たにタイガー道場第2部タイガー夫妻1
Oh
億円
shit.
が始まるよ。
Tiger, what you do?
次は舞台を私の後ろに移して立ち絵も音楽も発売ハードもいいし、
Oh snap, what console are we getting? Are we getting the Switch too? It's out by now.
制作費も倍になっておまけコーナーとは思えない充実ぶりになるんだから。
なんか重ねてめでたいな。
The budget's gonna increase, so we're gonna get those really sweet animation episodes from Carnival Phantasm.
よくわからないけど、ウォーズからメタルスに CG が変わるようなものかしらね。
そうっす師匠。次からはこんないかにもやっつけ仕事の立ち絵から解放されるのです。
素晴らしい。そうと決まればさっさとこんな道場ともおさらばしましょう。
We're leaving.
じゃあみんな新規一転したタイガー道場で待ってるよ。
See you in another world, sucker. Alright. Recent decision point. Okay, so yeah, in the flowchart, they both led to this. Tiger Dojo 14. Alright, let's have a strategy meeting. Oh, that's right. There's only one thing to do. We've always done it this way. We should do the same, right to the end. It's not romantic, and it's not elegant, but sitting across from each other and coming up with a plan of action suits me and Saber best. I actually did like them, having the little dojo moment.
シロ、対策を練るのはいいのですが、何もここでなくとも良いのではないですか。
Welcome to my actual room, where I sleep most of the time.
いや、ここじゃないと調子が出ない。いいから中に入ろう。
Huh.
シロがそういうのでしたら従いますが。
Saber reluctantly follows into the shed. Okay, now. There's a reason I had Saber go inside the shed. Right now, we have neither a plan nor the means to defeat Gilgamesh. So it goes without saying that we need something extra. Fate extra. So they told us about that. So I guess these both lead to the other Tiger Dojo because they said it was the last one in the Fate route. And this is the right answer. Unless all these lead into that. I'll go for this first. Look for a weapon. Let's prepare something that we didn't have before. A new weapon. I'm sure Saber would benefit from a weapon other than Excalibur, and the more weapons I have, the better.
シロ、考えとは何ですか？
I don't know about that, man.
なんとか手持ちの武器を増やそうと思って。ここもともとは親父の倉庫なんだ。もしかしたら探せば役立つものが見つかるかもしれない。
役に立つものですか？そうですね。キリツグが使っていた魔術品が残っていれば、確かにシロの力になります。
Gun!
過去の冷
Yes!
蔵は銃でした。あれならシロでもすぐに扱えるはずです。
Kotamin is like, you've entered my range, and Shirou takes 10 steps back. It's like, not anymore, but you're still in mine. A mystic code is a tool or armament mages use to empower their or support their spellcasting. According to Saber, my old man's was a pistol.
物騒なものだけど、それぐらいの方が頼もしいか。
はい。私は下を探しますから、シロは天井裏を。
I thought he was gonna project something, but alright.
あるとすれば、魔力を抑える封印がなされているはずです。魔力を感知するのではなく、しらみつぶしに荷物を調べてください。
ないな、セイバー。
Well, fuck, this is a waste of time.
ありませんね。銃はおろか、覚書の1枚すらありません。
Come on, where did you hide them, Kiritsugu? I mean, I know they're illegal in Japan, but still.
まあそうだよな。親父がそんなの残してたらとっくに見つけ出してる。
I feel defeated. Well, it didn't hurt to try. Now we just have to do our best with what we have, like we planned from the start. Really? And then that leads to the bad end. Ah. Well, let's strengthen Saber. So yeah, it's the same exact bad end because we're kind of going in with the same stuff. I'm gonna strengthen Saber right here where I summoned her. I'm not sure if I can do that, but it's worth trying. How is he gonna do that? Use strengthen?
私に強化をかける。
Does that work on people?
なあ、人間、しかも自分以外の人体に
Oh,
魔
he
力
can't do
を
it
通
on
すのは
himself.
どれほど難しいかは知っている。けど今はこれしか思いつかない。俺にできることはセイバーを強くすることだけだから。
That's right. Even though I tried making a new weapon with projection, I won't be able to make anything stronger than Excalibur. With Gilgamesh's noble phantasm overwhelming the sacred sword, there's no point in giving Saber a new weapon. So there's no other option but to make Saber herself stronger.
成功率は低いし、セイバーには不快な思いをさせると思う。それでもこの方法にかけてみたいんだ。頼む。強化なんてセイバーを物みたいに扱うことを今だけは許してくれ。
何を言うのです。私は不快な思いなどしません。
Saber just gets really fucking jacked. Oh my god. Yes! This is what I needed!
シローがそう言ってくれるのなら、喜んでこの身を差し出しましょう。
Saber takes my hand and agrees to my plan.
マスターを信頼しています。私の耐魔力を一時的に弱めますから。
Oh right, magic resistance. I
その
forgot
間
about
に
that.
シローの魔術を流してください。
Saber entrusts her body to me while she still holds my hand.
少しだけ我慢してくれ、セイバー。
I concentrate and read Saber's body, her blueprint. I have less than 10% chance of success. I cast off my indecisiveness and activate the strengthening magecraft with my unprecedented clarity. Does it work? The magecraft spell ends. I use almost all my remaining magical energy to strengthen Saber.
どうかな、セイバー。なんか手応えとかあるか。ちゃんと魔力は通ったから強くなってるとは思うんだが。
シローにも成否はわからないのですか。その外見的に鋭さが増したとか、
she actually got
破壊
stronger.
力が向上したとか伝わっていませんか。
いや、よくわからない。強化って言っても結局試してみるまではわからないから。魔力が通ったところで、あとは強化したもので結果を出すしかないっていうか。
I like strengthening, so I'm glad he's using it again.
ああ、なるほど。強化された木刀が強くなったぞと宣言することはありませんし、恥ずかしながら私も実感が持てないというか。
Well, shit. Now
正直以前とあまり変化はありません。
you're not any different, and Shiro's out of magical energy. Fuck.
そうか。無駄な時間を取らせたのかな、俺。
いいえ、決して無駄ではありません。シローの魔術は正しく作用しました。体は強くならずとも、今は心が温かい。
It makes me feel better.
この熱がある限り、私は決して倒れません。シローは私を強くしてくれました。
Saber has accepted my magecraft, and she's the one who made me stronger. Her words banish my fear and hesitation. Saber isn't the only one feeling a warmth in her heart. As long as I hold on to this feeling, I won't be afraid to fight. And, we die. Alright, time to return the sheath to Saber. I should return the sheath to its rightful owner. I don't know if it'll work, but I'll have to try. But Saber did manage to put her hand into my body and check whether the sheath was there, so it's probably not impossible to extract. Please, go back in me. It feel good.
それは本気ですか、シロ？
She's like, that is the only thing keeping you alive. You literally said you had a hole in your body. Are you sure you want to do this?
本気だよ。もともとあれはセイバーのものだろ。ならセイバーに返すのは当然だし、この鞘があればあいつにだって勝てるかもしれない。
I think the reason why this is the right move is because there are two things that support this. One, Saber has actually, you know, Merlin has told Saber that the sheath is more important than the sword. So even though she wasn't able to defeat Gilgamesh with the sheath, with the sword, maybe she can with the sheath somehow. Maybe the combination of both of them will allow her to tank his hit, but also deal a decent amount of damage back. And second, the sheath was actually able to deflect one of his attacks. It wasn't even, we don't know anything about Aya, whether or not it's able to protect Saber from Aya, but at the very least, it was able to protect Saber from an attack that was from the prototype Excalibur. So it's like, ooh, that thing is juicy. That thing is strong. It does kind of make you wonder if Gilgamesh has something like Avalon in his Gate of Babylon, because so far we've mainly seen weapons, but I know for a fact that other things are there.
確かに、鞘が戻れば私の魔力も上がります。ですが、それでもギルガメッシュに勝てる保証はありません。それに、鞘を摘出してしまったら、シロはどうするのです？
I do wonder though, because even if it increases Saber's chances of beating Gilgamesh, what does it change for Shirou? It makes him weaker, and he's still not going to be able to beat Kirei, right?
鞘を取ってしまえば、もう。
I'll no longer heal so rapidly from whatever injuries I might sustain. But that's normal. I relied on this regeneration too much. Nobody should be immortal. Oh right, one thing about his healing factor I didn't really understand was like, sometimes it heals him normally, but sometimes it literally made blades. And in one ending, it made so many that kind of kills him. I was like, whoa, what was that? Nobody should be immortal. I shouldn't keep it anymore.
鞘を取ってくれ、セイバー。これは俺たちが勝つための絶対の条件だ。
I know this is what we need because the Tiger Dojo told me. She's hesitant because this might spell the end of her master. Saber bites her lip, not answering. I'm not sure how long this moment stretches out between us. The cloud in the sky drifts by, and as the moonlight star starts to shine through the window.
わかりました、マスター。あなたの心をお借りします。
Saber nods, her hesitation gone.
それでは始めます。準備はいいですか、シロ？
Are we actually going to see the process, or is it going to flash forward like the other ones?
いいぞ。遠慮なく始めてくれ。
Saber begins. Her hand presses against my chest and sinks in. She's in me! My job here is simple. The process of extracting the sheath is similar to projection. The sacred sword's sheath has integrated itself throughout my body. I just have to collect all the dispersed bits from it and reform them into the sheath. Oh. That is fair. I was kind of wondering if it's like scattered throughout his body, how's it going to get it? But because he's trained his strengthening, and like, which, you know, the basis of that is analysis, analyzing his body and understanding what can make it stronger and channeling magical energy through it. He understands his body quite well since he's used strengthening on himself. And now that he understands how Avalon works, he can probably pinpoint the Avalon pieces. And with projection, he can form them together. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. This is just all my impression of what's going on though. I may say that I'm reforming it into a sheath, but I'm just gathering the waves of magical energy. Saber is the one that will give it shape. She, the original owner, forms a shapeless bundle of magical energy into the sheath itself. I'm just helping her. It's like making something from nothing. The scattered pieces of the sacred sword sheath are reproduced with precision and painstaking care, without a single error. There we go. I thought he was gonna say trace on. Body grows hot. Projection is way beyond my means. It eats away at my body every time I use it. It destroys my nerves, burns my skin, and even has the power to cripple my brain. But it's the only weapon I have, and it could be the one thing that might help Saber. I think back to when I saw her in my dreams. The golden sheath, fit for a king of knights to carry on battle. Where's the sheath? I mean, you could say that sheath is on the sword now, but that's not what Avalon looks. I don't know. The legendary sheath that protects its owner and led her to so many victories. I reproduced it vividly without deviation and as beautiful as it ever was. And, no matter the end awaiting us, I won't ever forget this. I will engrave the image in my mind. I hear Saber's voice. I feel something that was within me for the longest time escape from my body.
すごい。見事です、シロ。ここまで完璧に戻せるなんて他の誰にもできません。
It must have come out great, as Saber is so elated that it surprises me. My body's still so searing hot that I just topple face first onto the ground.
シロ、すごい汗です。今拭くものを持ってきます。
Saber hurries back towards the house. As I listen to her footsteps, I take a deep breath. I think that turned out great. It was perfect. I don't think anything else I project will ever turn out so perfect.
じゃあな。今までありがとう。
Wow, he's like, thanks, Avalon, for everything. I bid farewell to the thing that had been a part of me for so long. The golden sheath that protected her. I will never, ever forget it. Though it's left my body, its form has been forever engraved into my heart. That was a good way to end it, to be honest. And I guess now we're off to battle. Oh, it's a little bit different this time. Let's check the flowchart. Yeah, here we go. We go all the way here. Damn, look at this freaking thing. So many led to this ending. Whew. Alright, I have no idea how much longer this will take. This seems to be the final battle, and looking at the flowchart, it seems like we only have a few events left. Hell, this says Fate's Day Night 1. So you know it's the title dropped, man. It's not the slice of battle, it's Fate's Day Night. So I think I'm gonna save the last part of this route, or this day, for next time. I don't know whether or not it'll be 1 or 2 episodes, because the endings of these games are usually very long. But yeah, that'll be saved for next time. But it's been a good journey for a Fate route, but we still got a lot of other stuff left, so this is not ending anytime soon. But at the very least, I'll try to make it so that the Fate route ends with the next episode. And although it's not really farewell to Saber, it's farewell to Saber as our main love interest. But we'll do that next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!